Honestly, Hanoi wasn't even our main destination. We were just passing through while waiting for our cruise at Halong Bay. But what meant to be a quick stop turned into one of the most unforgettable trips. We made new friends, experienced the incredible warmth and hospitality of the Vietnamese people, explored breathtaking sights, and of course, indulged in authentic Vietnamese cuisine while learning about the rich culture. So in this video, I'm taking you along to show you why Hanoi deserves a spot in your travel bucket list. This isn't a step-by-step guide on what to do or where to go. It's about why you'll fall in love with this vibrant, historic, and flavorful city, the heart of Vietnam. Before our trip to Hanoi, a friend mentioned that Dong Xuan Market is the ultimate spot for scoring great deals on merchandise. Naturally, that piqued my interest. I can never resist a good bargain. So after settling in and checking things out, we wasted no time and headed straight to the old quarter, eager to see what treasures we could find. Hanoi feels strikingly familiar to Manila, Philippines. The streets are alive with a whirlwind of motorcycles, cars, and people moving in a way that seems chaotic but somehow just works. What I like to call organized chaos.
I'm used to the chaos of the streets here in Vietnam because in the Philippines it's almost the same. You know, there's lots of cars and bicycles and tricycles and motorcycles on the road.
Even the buildings bear a resemblance. In fact, if you strip away the billboards and business signs, you'd hardly notice a difference between Hanoi and the bustling cities of Pasay and Manila in the Philippines. The energy, the rhythm, the urban charm, it's all there, making Hanoi feels like a second home. After a few minutes, we arrived at Dong Xuan Market.
It's quite busy right now. Lots of cars and especially motorbikes, scooters, which there's a lot.
We did not know then. Thank goodness we visited the market in the afternoon because, according to Lynn,
here as a local, we avoid shopping in the morning. We just shop in the afternoon. Why? Normally in the morning, the shop open, and then if people avoid shopping in the morning for being like first clients, because they believe that if you go to their shop and then you ask the price or you just touch their products, and then yeah, exactly. If you don't buy it, and then they believe that you bring the bad luck to their shop for the whole day.
If you touch something, you have to buy it.
Yeah,
hear that? Now you know.
So this is the night market. Getting in. So there's a lot of things that you can buy here, including fake purses. Basically, it's a cheap place to buy some stuff.
Right near the entrance, you'll find stalls overflowing with dried food products. Seriously, every dried food you can imagine is right there, just waiting to be scooped up. This market has some stories to tell. Built back in 1889 by the French, it's been the go-to spot for both local vendors and bargain hunters looking to score wholesale treasures ever since. But let's be real, we weren't here for the dried mangoes. We came with pockets ready for the finer things. Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Hermes.
Those were fake.
No, they're totally legit.
Right. Wink, wink.
It might be fake, but for $1, you can't beat that price. For $1. $1. That's $1. Hat. Can't beat that.
From where I'm standing, it's a sea of hats. Seriously, just hats as far as the eye can see. If you're a hat lover, it's paradise. There's every design, color, and brand you can imagine. Enough to match every outfit, mood, and weather forecast. And just a few steps away, coats galore. I mean, where else can you score a sweater at that price? And with surprisingly great quality. Total win.
You can buy everything here, from clothes to hats Everything is here. So cheap. Very cheap. Okay, we need to haggle and negotiate here to get a good price.
800.
And yes, bargaining is part of the fun here. The sellers actually expect it. So don't be shy. Put your haggling hat on and go for the best deal you can get. It's part of the Hanoi shopping experience.
Get this one. Come on.
So I bought this shirt, no brand. I like the color. Guess what? $2. Not bad.
When we made it to the purse and bag section, I was honestly shocked at how convincing the designs were. They looked just like the real thing. If you don't know what to look for, you'd totally get fooled. I mean, I couldn't tell the difference. And with the prices only 5 to 10% of what a real luxury bag would cost, let's just say resisting temptation became a real challenge.
After buying a lot of stuff, we're trying to find some food to eat. We don't know where it is. I think this is the place.
Conveniently located right across from Dong Suan Market, we stumbled upon Dong Suan Market Alley, a haven for local food lovers.
So they open at around 5 p.m.
This place was packed with hidden gems, each promising a flavor-packed experience. We couldn't resist, so we picked one spot and dove right in.
There's a cat on the counter. Hello, kitty. How's our kitty? How's kitty? So this place is UNESCO, part of UNESCO's Center for Vietnamese Gastronomy Culture.
Once we realized we'd landed on a true local treasure, there was no holding back. We ordered a little bit of everything. And of course, we had to start with Vietnamese most famous dish, pho.
So our pho is here. We have the vegetarian pho and the beef pho. This is pho, right? Vegetarian. And that's beef pho.
Kaya do'y pagsatawaran sama mo.
Let's try to see how good.
Kaya nalayo yung sirik eh.
My first sip of the broth, pure magic. It was rich, deeply aromatic, slightly sweet, and carried just the right amount of kick. Everything you'd hope for in an authentic bowl of pho.
So the pho is so good, but it's not so salty.
Ang sarap
This
ng
is the
fried
best
rice.
vegetables pho.
Sabihin ng vlogger ay ng mga viewers mo. Vlog.
So this is the fried rice
With vegetable.
with vegetables.
The fried rice was absolutely delicious, flavorful, satisfying, and just what we needed.
This fried rice with veggies, oh man, so good as well.
Next up, veggie noodles to keep the feast going.
Vegetable noodles. Look at these noodles. So the vegetables is the same as in the fried rice. Let's see how it tastes.
The noodles were good, though not as quite as impressive as some of the other dishes we tried. Just like that, a plate of fresh spring rolls arrived at our table.
Spring roll.
Dito kayo.
This is what?
Sarap.
I think the sauces make it so good.
May matamis.
Not like the US with peanut-based sauce.
Unat-unat na yung ano oh.
The sauce is way better.
But honestly, the best part?
A little bit.
The price.
So all in all, we got all the food that we ate. Less than $2. This fried rice. This big. Less than $2. The noodles. Less than $3.
A delicious meal at a steal.
Yeah,
This is
it's
exactly
cheap.
why you need to experience Hanoi's street food scene. As the night deepens, the street outside Dong Suan Market burst into life. The night market officially opened, transforming the area into a lively hub of activity.
When the sun sets, The street is getting busy here. Whoa. Shops are opening for the night market.
Vendors rushed to set up their stalls, making sure every item was displayed perfectly for eager shoppers. Shoppers in turn arrived ready to hunt for bargains and indulge in flavorful Vietnamese street food.
Find everything here. Whoops, I'm sorry. Bags, shoes. Glasses.
But the market isn't just about shopping, it's a full cultural experience.
There's street dancers here too. They're preparing to perform. Look at them.
Traditional street dancers dressed in stunning outfits began preparing for their performance. Keep in mind, the Hanoi night market is only open from 6 p.m. to midnight on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. With incredible food, shopping, and entertainment, it was truly a day to remember. Whenever my wife and I visit a new place, we always book a city tour. It's the best way to get a snapshot of where we are and what makes it special. I highly recommend it. There are plenty of websites that offer great tours like Travelocity and my personal favorite, Viator. Funny enough, we met our tour guide Len right at the entrance of Dong Xuan Market. If you'd noticed, she was bundled up in gloves and hooded jacket. It turns out that northern Vietnam actually has a winter season from late November to early March. She then led us to the back of Dong Xuan Market, which, to our surprise, was a whole different section we didn't even know existed. Next stop,
We're selling spices and dry goods here. There's a big group here, so we just
Yeah.
the spice section.
So everything here is spices, huh?
yeah, spices and dry goods.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon, don't touch it.
Yep, I touched the cinnamon. If you remember the belief,
That if you go to their shop and then you ask the price or you just touch their products and then yeah, exactly. If you don't buy it and then they believe that you bring the bad luck.
it was incredible to see sacks overflowing with every spice
Dry
imaginable.
bamboo shoots here, different dried bamboo shoots here.
Mushrooms?
Yeah, mushrooms, black peppers, lotus seeds over there, and then head to shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for cooking the soup. Right?
This area held all kinds of dried goods, including something surprising. Vietnamese even dry bamboo shoots, which Filipinos typically don't. It's fascinating how food traditions vary from place to
So
place.
they dry it, they pickle them to eat it all year round. Because this is a spring season for us to harvest.
So you dry the bamboo shoot and then put it in the soup or what?
Yeah, to cook it like a soup. Yeah.
So this is
Because
bamboo
it's
shoot,
dry,
yeah.
So we need to soak it in the water for a few days to make it soft again.
Next, she led us to the live food section, the place buzzing with live fish. But there was one thing that truly caught me off guard.
Those are they also eat fresh. Turtles here. Oh my god! But these are fresh turtles that they raise themselves, not the green sea turtles. But yeah,
Turns
these are
out,
still
turtle is on the menu here.
soft shell.
Every country has its own unique food traditions. What's normal in one place might be completely unheard of elsewhere.
Okay, so this one are larger turtles.
Look at the face.
Yeah, I know. They eat this. So Lynn said the turtles taste like chicken, the meat, while the skin is more like a jelly type. Yeah, what she said.
Then we got to the
All
meat
this
section.
meat just hanging up.
This is no surprise for me.
unrefrigerated.
Meat sold on the street, open air, and unrefrigerated. This is how Asian sells meat, for Vietnamese and Filipinos
Yeah.
at least.
Tofu, yeah.
And not only that, we also eat the internal organs of the animal. Nothing comes two ways to us
Yeah, they make fresh
Asians.
tofu. So these are intestines. This is a heart.
The heart of the pork.
Heart, yeah.
The lungs. The
Lungs
liver.
and liver over there. Basically, they are like Filipinos as well. They eat everything of the meat, almost everything of the meat.
Even the feet of the animals we eat.
Pig feet.
Vietnamese and Filipinos have so many similarities.
Okay.
Ah.
The local duck. I want to
pass.
walk first. Yeah, I want to pass first. Okay.
As part of the cultural immersion, Lynn taught us how to cross the busy streets of Hanoi. I tried it myself.
Oh.
We couldn't resist stopping for a taste of man cam, a classic Vietnamese donut. Made from a glutinous flour, sugar, and mashed potatoes, this golden delight is stuffed with mung bean paste and fried to perfection in a piping hot oil.
This is a Vietnamese donut.
Brown, golden brown color outside. What inside?
Wow. So taste.
Crispy on the outside, soft and sweet on the inside.
It's so tasty. And the mung bean is so good inside.
Sweet.
Yeah. Outside is rice, right?
Yeah, rice. Sticky rice.
Oh.
Hanoi is undoubtedly a motorcycle haven. They rule the streets here. Everywhere you look,
Vietnamese really
there are
love
motorcycles
their scooters.
weaving through traffic and neatly lined up along the sidewalks.
And I just love motorcycles.
After a long walk, we finally arrived at Bac Ma Temple, one of Hanoi's most treasured spiritual
Is
sites.
this a Buddhist temple?
No, it is like a local village place. It's not Buddhist temple.
At first glance, it may resemble other temples, but its historical significance sets it apart. It's the oldest and most revered temple in Hanoi, dedicated to the ancient deity Long Do. In Vietnam, it's common to see citrus trees in businesses, homes, and temples, symbolizing good luck. But this particular tree? Huge! Its massive fruits made quite the impression. Inside the temple, history comes alive. Many original artifacts dating back to the 18th century are still preserved.
Century.
Oh, so this is real?
It is a real. It is real. We use it for the festivals during the processions to welcome and farewell the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The architecture is breathtaking, a perfect display of traditional Vietnamese design, featuring red pillars, intricate carvings, and ornate altars. It's a place that embodies both spirituality and cultural artistry. As for the temple offerings, you can give just about anything, even beer.
Base of the altar
yeah.
over there. Yeah, you can see a lot like a beer cans.
Yeah. Why?
And then you can see bottles of the whiskey over there.
Oh. Why? So you can just offer everything, anything, huh?
Exactly. So in the temple we can offer everything, but in pagodas we are just allowed to offer vegan or vegetarian food and fresh flour and soft drink and water. No
that's it.
alcoholic drinks like in the temple.
But over here, alcoholic drinks are.
You can offer everything.
One of the highlights of our stroll through the old quarter was stumbling upon a beautifully restored traditional house, tucked right in between two modern storefronts. This was no ordinary home. It was once the residence of a wealthy Chinese merchant. The house was stunningly preserved, with elegant furniture, ornate carvings, and fine details that whispered stories of a past era. Stepping inside felt like opening a window to history, giving us a rare look at how the elite lived back in the day.
We're going inside a hidden temple. With this narrow pathway.
To reach the temple, we had to squeeze through a narrow pathway and climb up to the second floor.
So we're going upstairs.
It's tucked away so well that many tourists miss it completely, making it a true hidden gem.
Oh wow.
Once inside, it was incredibly peaceful, a quiet escape from the city's usual buzz. This serene sanctuary is dedicated to Mother Goddess Lu Han, a revered figure in Vietnamese spiritual tradition. The temple was bursting with color, and when the lights were turned on, it glowed with a soft, enchanting warmth that made the entire space feel magical. a tranquil spot that feels worlds away from the busy streets below. One of the best things about exploring Hanoi Old Quarter is how walkable it is. Most of the must-see spots are just a short stroll from one another, making it easy to soak in the sights, sounds, and street food all on foot. It's the kind of place where getting lost is half the fun.
Don't get lost.
While walking through the French Quarter, I couldn't help but notice how upscale the shops were.
So here at the French Quarter, it's more of a luxury items are here, more high-end stores and restaurants, modern stores and restaurants.
The architecture here still carries the charm of the French colonial era, with tree-lined boulevard and grand facades that make you feel like you've stepped into another time. We stopped to snap a few photos at one of Hanoi's most iconic landmarks, St. Joseph's Cathedral, a stunning Gothic revival church built in 1886, right in the heart of the French Quarter.
So we're
Before
crossing
our
the
last
street
stop,
again.
we had to tackle one of Hanoi's classic
see.
challenges, crossing the street.
See.
It was an adrenaline rush, to say the least.
I don't want to die. The other side. Whoop. Thank you. Success.
Our final destination was Walu Prison, known to American POWs as the Hanoi Hilton.
So this prison, prison is one of the largest fortified prisons in Indochina at that time.
Today, it stands as a museum. Among the many prisoners once held here, the most well-known is Senator John McCain, whose time in captivity is part of this site's storied past. Inside, we saw just how harsh the conditions were. Tiny cells, stark surroundings. It's deeply sobering. The museum's exhibits focus heavily on Vietnam's resistance against colonial rule, as they should. But it also provided a glimpse into the American POW experience, offering a broader perspective. Personally, what struck me most were the sections dedicated to Ho Chi Minh. Seeing his writings and artifacts brought me back to college when I'd read about him in World and Asian History classes. Experiencing the history in person felt incredibly meaningful. It was a perfect note to end our visit, a powerful reminder of the stories that shape a place. Hanoi street food is another not-to-miss experience. Click on the thumbnail to watch our experience. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Until next time, fellow travelers, bye for now.